You can pause the video anytime you need. 你可以随时按下暂停键。Hello everyone, welcome to Apollo School Online. This is a drawing that we're gonna do for today, and let's see what kind of tool you need for this class. Are you ready? Let's begin. Alright, today we're gonna use the pencil crayon to do the work. So let's see what media that we need to use. Alright, first of all, we talk about the papers. So we need to use the sketch paper. Alright, so you have to check your book, the drawing papers. Are they written on the cover with sketchbook? Alright, if you have those, that is the good one. Alright, you might using this one, mixed media. So this paper that we can use for dry media like sketch, like pencil crayon, and also can use for watercolor. Alright, so if you have this, that will be great as well. Alright, so sketchbook or mixed media. If you don't have any one of them, you can use the printing paper. Alright, printing paper is work for the dry media as well. Alright, sketchbook, mixed media papers, or the printing paper. And of course, we need to use a pencil to do the work, right? A pencils, a nice erasers, and the sharpener. Alright? I'm sure you have those. And especially I want to describe about the tracing markers. Alright? I'm looking for two different sizes. One is the 5 points markers. Looks like the big triangle on the top. It shows a thick line on the paper. And the other one is the ultra 5 points marker. It looks like the needle is very small and pointed. It will show a thin lines on the paper. Alright, so I need these two tracing markers. 5 points, ultra 5 points. So what if you don't have the needle marker, the ultra 5 points? You can use the pencil crayon, find the black one, okay, to do the tracing. It will look like almost like the same. Alright? Alright, so make sure you have the right papers, the drawing tools, and the tracing markers. Okay, so now we can start to do our work. Alright, hello everyone. Today we're gonna do something little, something cute for the winter. Alright, so same thing, we have to grab our pencils. Alright, so we're gonna do a character at the center of the paper. So before we have to start to do the layout. So there we have to show where you want to put the character and how big it's gonna be. Alright, so we're gonna do a circle. It's gonna be the head. Alright, how big is a circle? I would say about 4 fingers, even bigger. See, it's bigger than my 4 fingers, right? Okay, then about the body, I can make the body smaller or bigger, your choice. Alright, I want my head looks bigger, so I'm gonna make the body look slightly smaller. Alright, so the body is just like my 4 fingers big, and my head just slightly bigger than my 4 fingers. Alright, and you can see it's right at the center of the paper, right? If you want to do more, which means you want to have more than one character on your drawing, you can place your snowman, it looks like snowman now, on the side, so you have enough room to do other on the other side. Okay, so head, body, then the leg. Like the stickman, 1, 2, and the feet, 2 oval. Make sure they are the similar size. And I want my character raise the hand, say hi to everyone. So it looks like the lollipop. And one hand down. So I have my models right here. Okay, but now we can guess. It looks like the human, it looks like the bear, it looks like the bunny, or it looks like the penguin. I don't know yet, and you don't know yet, right? So before we start to do the detail, you have to take a look. Alright, what I'm gonna do. My character can be a bear, It could be wrapped up stuff like the crocodile, right? And think about it. What it's gonna be? So I want to do a bear because bear's cute and he normally sleep during the winters, right? Because he has to be the hibernate. So I want to borrow your markers because I got the idea. All right. So based on the circle on the top, all right, I'm gonna dress the bear up for the winters. So first of all, I want to put a hat. I want to make sure the hat is bigger than the head, right? Has to be bigger than the head. So I can put my head into the hat, isn't it? So make sure your hat has to be bigger and wider than the head. And I want to have the pom-pom on the top. And that's my hat. I have some wrinkle. It makes the head look soft. Like that. You can just do one curved line. It could be just one curved line. And you can just like mine, I'm adding the wrinkle. I'm adding the wrinkle to make my hat look soft. Alright? And the winter, I'm just wearing the hat is not enough. I need to have the scarf. So same thing, my scarf have to cover my face a little bit. My scarf have covered my face a little bit. And you see, I make it has a little bit opening right here. Because I'm gonna put the scarf coming out. It looks like this. Alright, feel free to pause the video if I'm doing too fast, okay? You can control the tempo that you have. Alright, then when I finish that, I make the scarf close. I make the scarf close. And I want to have 2 rows. See, I have 1, 2. But the other layers below. And you see, it's bigger than my body. Let me zoom in, you can see it's more close. See, my scarf is over the circle a little bit. Right? I'm not going to make my scarf look too small, isn't it? Alright, then I have to make sure they're wearing the jacket. Alright, so first of all, the sleeve. And make sure your sleeve is outside of the stick, our arm, right here. So one line is on the top, one line is on the bottom. Alright, then same thing on the other one. One side's on the left, one line on the right. Okay, then I close the sleeve with the rectangle. So it covers the circle, the hands, a little bit, but not fully covered. Alright, then I have to do the jacket. Make sure the jacket is long enough to cover the body, otherwise it's gonna be too small and that will be useless. Alright, then I can wear in the boots. A curve, and make sure you close the boots, close the shoes, the bottom parts. Wearing it on the top. Alright, we finished the big shapes. We have the hats, we have scarf, we have jacket or the coat and the boots. Alright, so we have to take a look and think about it before we add in more detail. Alright, even the character, if you haven't had an idea, you can think about it before you move on. Alright? Alright, so let's see the detail. Alright, so let's see here. I want to add some later, but you see I changed my marker, become the middle marker, right? The small one. And adding the texture, looks like this. Zoom in. So we can see I adding a bunch of the lines, right? To show the detail. So we know that is something like the sweater. right? We are not just using a piece of sticker on it. It comes with the textures. We are adding some crossings. Those are the detail, right? If you don't have the detail, it was just like, the quick art. Very simple. But when you start to add in the detail, it becomes more professional because you know what kind of material they are using, right? You can tell in more story just by your hand joints, isn't it? You don't have to explain this in person. You can just show them the pictures and people knows what you are trying to tell. Adding more fluffy stuff so it will look more soft. All right, same thing for my scarf right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Adding few texture. Of course, you can add in some graphics. You can have hearts, dots. So make your joint looks more like the personal style, not just copying. Alright, even I can start to add in a pocket. Even that's a winter jacket. Sometimes when I touch something or when I grab something, wearing the mittens, wearing the glove is not really convenient. Sometimes I will take off my mittens and put them in my pockets, right? While I'm doing something with my hands. Of course, I need to have the buttons, otherwise my jacket will keep open, right? Then the wind gonna be blow in. I'm gonna feel cold. Alright, I'm gonna add in a sewing lines. Looks more detailed, a little bit wrinkled. Alright. Okay, even my boots, I add in some fur so I can keep my feet warm even more. Feel free if you want to add some graphics on the boots. That would be great. Right? Right, adding some graphics. Makes more cute. More detail. Alright, so you see I only focus on detail for the fashion, right? The clothes. Now, I think we have been past like over 15 minutes. Then you can start to think, what kind of character? Now you can do the final design. And remember, I want to do a bear, right? So I'm gonna do the nose for the bear and hiding my mouth, cover the scarf a little bit, and the mouth here, and the eyes. I have the big circle eyes, and the face. All right, and the ears come out. The ears come out. If you have the bunny, you can make the ears a little bit longer, right? If you want to do the cat, the ear gonna be like the triangle even more. If you want to do the human or the monkey, put the ears on the side of the face, right? Because our ears on the side of the face. We doesn't like the bear, tiger, or the cat, the ear is on the top, all right? So if you want to do the humans, move down the ears on the side of the face. Don't put them on the wrong spot, otherwise you look so funny, right? You can't really tell that is the bear or that is the humans. All right, then I have to wearing my mittens. I'm gonna use the thin one. Okay, letter U, that's the thumb. And it looks like that, the big letter U outside there. That's the hands. And the other one is going to here. It looks like the hook. And small letter U, that's the thumb. All right. Then I want to do a stomach right here and their feet. Make sure you touch the shoes. All right. I really like the feet doesn't look that clear. I want to retrace it with my thick markers so we can see it's more clear. All right. we done our something little cute bear. Okay, so you can start to add in the background, anything that you like. So I just want to add a little bit easy, simple background. Maybe the mountains at the back. The mountains at the back. Right? A little bit of stuff. A little bit of stuff. Alright, so when you're done, then you can put the drawing stuff away and grab your erasers to remove the circle, the layout that we just did at the beginning of the class. Remove them before we do the colors. Alright, then for the next part, you can grab your coloring pencil crayons, okay? So any color stuff that you have. It could be the markers, up to you, your choice. Alright? Then, if you haven't done the tracing or you haven't finished the background, it's okay, you can pause the video. Alright? You can follow your tempo. Alright. Then we can start to do the colors, right? So let's see, you can choose any color. Alright, so try to color around the lights. See, I color around it. And I color pretty hard, isn't it? Then I start to reduce my brushes to make the color a little bit brighter. See, I didn't color so heavy now. I become more gentle. I become more gentle onto the middle. And start. Then I color on the other side. Color a little bit heavier. But make sure you make the color go very smooth and nothing coming out. Alright, keep the color stay inside. Alright, and that's good enough. Then reduce the pressures from the pencils. Be more relaxed. Make the color go a little bit smooth and light. Right, and very gentle. Alright, we are not fighting with the paper, so you don't really need to color that hard. Right, we have to be nice to all our drawing tools and your drawing. Alright, so we say that's a color volume. We use one single color, one single pencil crayon to create the dark, the rich brown colors, the middle brown color, and the light brown colors. So that's a color volume. But what if you think the color is so hard? You don't know how to do it. It's okay. Just do the solid color. But just make sure you don't have the white space, which means we don't do the scribbling, right? We have to keep the color looks nice and pretty and keep the color looks like the professional artist. See, I have a little bit white spot there. I'm gonna fill the gap until it disappears. Alright? Alright, I think you're good. And you can start to do the color. Alright, don't limit yourself. You can use any color you want. Alright, we are not the copy machines. We are unique. Alright, so be brave, be creative, and use whatever you want to do the drawing and complete it. Alright, so make sure every small stuff has their own color, right? Just even the small buttons, right? I using different color to separate them. Okay, and I also adding the shadow right under my bear. Maybe you have something else. Okay, so maybe you have the bunny, you have the people, but same thing, they do have the shadow right under them. Just like my hand, see? The paper is nothing there, but when my hand close by, you see there's shadow on the paper, right? Looks like that, the gray color around my hands. Okay, so same thing, you have to add the shadow. Alright, so for who is finished, alright, if you haven't done the coloring, keep going, don't worry about that. For who is finished, you can find a spot, sign the name like the artist. Okay, not too big, just small one, just very small right here. And put down the dates. And that's everything for today. Thank you for watching. That's email us to get your feedback. See you next time.